Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're working on a 2019 Santa Fe 2-liter turbo. So customer complaint is after 2 days the car won't start, so the battery keeps dying. We install new battery, right? And I think we installed new alternator. So it came back, and the other techs didn't find anything. All they found is a discharged battery. So before end of the day yesterday, I took the car and just did a quick check, right? So I left this car inside the shop, um, sitting, right? As of now, we got at least 800 milliamps, right, of current draw right now. So I'm gonna show you my process on how, because I found that on our module 9 15 amp there's a voltage drop there on the fuse. So yeah, I'm gonna, because I just remove or open the driver door for now, so I'm gonna open all the doors. At least we know our magic number right now is 800 milliamps, so we're gonna wait for that and see if we can find all those draw and component. Okay, so last night too, I did use my thermal imager, so this is very helpful too. So the only thing I can see that's hot as our cluster, as you can see there, compared to our audio unit, nothing registered there, and our shifter knob, right? Anything else? Nothing here. And we're gonna check the engine bay too. So our engine bay here, oh, there's too much glare. Okay, here, that's the fuse box area there. Nothing register. What is this? Oh, that's just from the line. We got there at the back. What's hot in there? ABS. Look at that. The ABS is hot. Okay, that's good to know. So, because when I pulled this inside the shop, because I started it, so anything on the engine bay was registering hot. So at least now we know, and we can see there our ABS module is hot. I don't know if you can see that on the thermal imager compared to our alternator. This side is our alternator. Let me change this, if I can change this. Will it show? You can just see there, that's our alternate ABS module. Nothing. So that's the only thing that registered there, the heat in the ABS module, which is good. I don't know if this is multiple problems, multiple components, but look at our cluster there. So I'm gonna back up a little bit so that we can do testing and show you what I found on that module 9, and we can start eliminating the problem. Okay, so when you do a parasitic testing, current draw testing, make sure if you have a hood switch, just remove it so that we can arm the vehicle. Let me grab the key. Yeah, and then all the doors are at least in lock position, and then but open so that you can go inside and do some testing. So I'm just gonna lock this. Okay, that's locked. I just have, this is not an accurate what I call it, amp clamp. You need a smaller jaw. my other amp clamp, the smaller jaw, it won't fit on the negative cable. So this is just for, confirming if there's a draw. So right now we got 3 amp, right? 3.13 amps. Don't worry about the negative. That's the position of the clamp. So if you want, we can do like that. Okay. So right now that's 3.39 amp, right? The lesser the current reading, the more not accurate in this, because the jaw is too big. That's why we're gonna use our meter to do an inline testing so that we can accurately see the current. So next, move away your key fob, especially if it's a smart key, because if it's near on the vehicle will keep looking on the key fob. So put it away so that we're ready to see the drop on that current draw. Okay, so the doors are locked. It's arm. I'm still getting 3 amps here, right? I guess it needs to be a little bit more to slip. So just gonna remove this, right? We're gonna use our inline meter. Okay, attach your other lead to the clamp, and then you slowly pull it up, and then there we go. So we made a connection there. Just gonna turn it on, back on again. Okay. So as you can see there, we're drawing still at 3.252 amps, right? We're gonna go inside the car. The first fuse that I found that was having a problem, or there's a voltage drop. I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so before we go, so the vehicle is asleep, I think, because we're reading at least 0.98 something milliamps, the same thing as when it was sitting here overnight. So I think we're gonna do some testing now, right? First, locate your fuse box. Santa Fe or most Hyundais, it's in your left lower kick panel. That's your fuse box area for the modules, electronics inside the car. And then set your voltmeter or multimeter or digital meter to millivolts, because right now we're gonna be measuring across the fuses. You see that there's a, what do you call that? It's too far, like the blade or the top of the fuse, there's an access point there. So that's what we're gonna do. So next will be, we're just gonna be going all through all the fuses, and then until we see a voltage drop there. So I'm gonna try with an first fuse first, right? You should be reading 0, as you can see on our digital meter. It's reading 0, so meaning there's no voltage drop there, right? I'm gonna go straight to our module 9. This guy here, module 9. Module 9 there, 15 amp, because that's last night that was the fuse has voltage drop. So as you can see there, 2.7 millivolts, right? So that's excessive. And I found also, I think, which one was that? I think the IBU 15 amp. Let me try that, because I found last night there's some a little bit, a 0.1 or something like that. Okay, nothing there. And also the brake switch, I think, was it a brake switch? IBU brake switch 7.5 amp. Okay, there's nothing. So our problem is inside here is the module 9 15 amp. So before you remove anything, I think there was a chart online free. It corresponds the fuse, what type of fuse. Let's say this kind of fuses, I think they call it microamps, a microfuse. Now it corresponds. So let's say you're checking 15 amp, and then you measure the voltage drop, and it will, I think they have a certain numbers there, that's your current draw, right? Just to confirm. So I'm gonna remove that module 9. Let's see, it will drop. Did it drop? Yeah, so it dropped to 300 milliamps. That's still excessive. My rule of thumb, at least no more than 100 milliamps. They said 50 milliamps, but with a lot of modules, at least maximum 100 milliamps. But anyway, it's still excessive. But what we found on the thermal imager, that this vehicle been sitting, we saw on our ABS module, it's exhibiting, it's on. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right? No, it's too bright. Too much clear. Too bright. No? Okay, there you go. So you can see there, that's hot. This has been sitting for a while, so it should not be like that. For the ABS fuse, we can see here on our cover, we get 40 amp, 240 amps. So 1, 2, that's on the multi-fuse area. I wonder if there's a fuse just removable. So nothing. So the fastest way there is, I guess too much care. Oh yeah, there. Okay. So the fastest way, I'll just remove that connector and let's see if it will drop. Okay. You see the drop? It went to 30 milliamps. So which is a good thing. So now we know our problem. One in the ABS module and the other one is in the cluster. Or it could be that the ABS module is having problems and it's just because it has a network, right? So maybe it will just have communication between the clusters. So I guess before I go further, I'm gonna put back our fuse on that module 9, unplug the ABS module and see. Okay, so I just locked the vehicle again. Let's see if this guy will drop with the ABS module unplugged. Okay, so I don't know because I did my stopwatch here. In 12 minutes, I just came back. It's drawing 22 milliamps. So, on our first guess, that not first guess, but what we found that the cluster was drawing or has a voltage drop on that module 2.7 millivolts. We removed it, and there was from 800 it dropped to 300, and there was still a drop for 300. Can you park it on the P2? Yeah, there. Oh. Huh? Yeah. I'll take it from there. Just park it there. And then we use our infrared because this vehicle's been sitting here in the shop, so nothing should be hot in the, or nothing will detect hot from the engine bay. And we found our ABS module, and we saw on our fuse box orientation that the ABS fuses are sealed. So we just went straight to the ABS module connector, we unplug it, and it drops straight, right? But that's very rare that multiple components is drawing or has an excessive current draw. So we tried putting back the module 9 but keep the ABS module unplugged, and we did again, and we found that it's really the module, the ABS module, right? So nothing else we can do with here, just because there's nothing wrong with the vehicle driving, no codes. So I'm gonna recommend a new ABS module from there, and we're gonna redo the test with this and see. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna order or recommend new module for this ABS module, and then for the thermal imager. Yeah, it really helped, because if I don't have that thermal imager and I found that voltage drop on that module 9, I'm just gonna go straight there. But I'm still gonna be worried because I still have that 300 milliamps draw. It's still gonna be very confusing, because you still have to look which components are drawing that, right? But in this case, good thing we did double check our stuff, right? We plug in our module 9, because maybe just in case that it's because of that ABS module that the cluster is awake. So good thing we did that process, because it's very rare to have multiple problems on a current draw, unless if the vehicle got flooded, you know, because I think you'll know that, you know, there's gonna be a lot of factors there on the electrical stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna update you guys once the ABS module comes in. We installed it and we're gonna redo our current testing.